up, guys? Got a really cool one to show off. I am a big fan of torching things. So, you got a fully torched watch here. So we've got a Kraken dial that I torched. You can see some nice pinks in there. Lots of blues. You get some green in there too. On the dial, did the same thing on the case, light torching on the case. Grabbed a 420 brass bezel and torched it. So it's got some nice nice reference, you know, that nice pop of, you know, I guess bronzing. But what was cool is everything down inside here, which was old loom and paint, when it burned out, it threw in those same collars. So you get a lot of cool coloration throughout. This has sat here for 2 days because I have not got to a video on it. So probably should have it at least going a little bit, just so that it looks like, you know, the watch works and stuff. So we'll stop on that. But did that on the engineered band. So you get some browns in there, you get some blues, you get some purples. Sometimes it depends on the angle that you're looking at it too, as to what you're getting. Laser Kraken on the clasp. The clasp did a lot more bluing. Solid caseback. Now this has a 2435 gilded movement in it, but you wouldn't know it. So it has one of the fancier movements in it, one of the ones that I don't have too many of. We lasered the anchor on the back, and then that was torched. You get some good coloration. At least you can see it on the case. Now with this band kind of in the way, let's see if we can get a better look on that case back in the light. So there you go. Now I can't torch crowns. Every time I try and torch a crown, the stem is pressed into the head by factory, and it's not something, you don't screw these ones on there and put, you know, a thread lock or anything like that. It's not a style like that. They're pressed that way. So if you put heat to it, it will separate and you can't get it back on. So this is a color shift cerakote. It goes from a blue into a purple. I thought that was appropriate because right beside it, you've got blue and you've got purple. And this is a color shift blue into purple. So, see on the back side of the band, you got some coloring in there too. Obviously, you saw that this is a quick disconnect band. So, just got to get that lined up. And it's way harder when you're looking through a screen. So, I may do this looking over. But you just feed it in here. Of course, I'm getting a phone call. Can't answer that right now. So, silver handset on this one. Let's see, where's my buffing? Getting a weird fog on there. I wonder if that's, if I did something there. Getting a weird fog. I'm going to have to open it and take a look real quick. I have had the crown sitting open this whole time here with the AC blowing over on me real hard. So may have to jump in there real quick and make sure there's no fog. I'm going to look at it in real life. What's it look like in real life? Yeah, in real life, I need to go over there and this might not have been perfectly clean on the inside there. And then that cold air might have just brought it up a little bit. So I'll open that up and make sure it's perfect in there. But so it has a gilded 2435 movement inside there. Stainless steel movement holder on there. And I believe I put a gilded rotor under this solid caseback that we engraved and torched. So that is the build. As you can see, the bezel on this will go left, it'll go right. The only thing for you to really tell if you've turned it is this one's slightly larger. So I'm assuming that is our 12 o'clock. As you saw me winding it, that was backing the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. So a wind is a turn that way. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your fingers facing and just go back and forth. If you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, even if you're not very active, you'll keep time throughout the day. And if you do it for something closer to 20 seconds, you're going to max out that 31+ hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you're happy with your winding, pull it to the one and only click. You can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice it's got a wobble crown that deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressure on that stem. Okay, Google, what time is it?
10:59 a.m.
10:59 a.m. is about there, right? There we go. When you're good, push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. That is the build. Like I said, I'm going to go in there and knock. I think it's just that cold air doing that, with that crown open. But I'm going to go in there and remove any hazing from the glass, because when I look at it in person, I could see that it's on the inside. So knock that out, make that perfect. As with every boat, you're going to get matching beads. Entirely up to you whether you wear them or not. These have iridescent and some mermaid beads in there to give it that color shift. So cool beads, expensive beads, but cool beads nonetheless. So come in a blue Kraken box, because predominantly this watch shows decently blue. This will come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts of this watch as a whole. Non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. Will come with some scratch remover. This has an acrylic glass. You can scratch it. If you do, put a tiny bit of this on it, buff against it using your included microfiber. If you get a scratch up and down on this acrylic, just go left and right, and then polish it out. You should knock it out in about 20 seconds. So that is the build. I'm going to open it up again and just make sure that's perfectly clean in there. And try not to do any extreme temperature change in here. Been running the AC crazy, and we have nice thunderstorms coming through. Haven't seen sun in a long time. It's just blah outside. So maybe some sun that direction, but just been storming through here a lot. So I hadn't been able to take any videos. But that's the watch. If it's going to you, thank you so much for your support. I hope you love it. I am a massive fan of these torched watches. So I love the pop of collar. And that's it. If you want me to do something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.